Good morning everyone, and as you can see the sun is shining and the sky is blue, but I want to show you something because we had very low temperatures here. You can see the steam coming off the pool, which is indicating this is an unheated pool, indicating that the temperature of the water is higher than the temperature of the air. So bear with me, I'm just going to show you something else. So we're up at the young bit of the orchard and you can see that on the 22nd of April, when we have lovely daytime temperatures of 24 in the afternoon, we have had -2 overnight. Now, thankfully, the blossom hasn't really been damaged and these are kind of past, so these would have been pollinated a week or so ago. So we will get some fruit. However, we have had frost. And in France, what they say is don't plant out anything that is delicate until the middle of May, which is after the risk of frost has been. Of course, if you're a serious gardener or you're self-sufficient like me, you want to kind of get a jump on the game and start putting your stuff out early because you delude yourself into thinking the risk of frost is past. Look at this. Frost on the apple leaves. Now, I've been in the orchard a lot in the last couple of days because a couple of the trees have had problems with caterpillars and I've been monitoring it. So I think I've managed to sort out the issue by going around and picking off any and just monitoring which trees are more susceptible, and I'm quite happy with that. So next stop, the vegetable garden. Now I just wanted to show you this tree, which is a coccy's. I've had nothing but problems with coccy's in the UK, but this one has been doing okay. However, no frost damage, even though it's in a hollow here, but masses of aphids. Now, if I just show you, let's see. All these little black dots, and there are loads. There we go. These are aphids, and the aphids attract ants. Now, it's very cold at the moment, even though it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and the ants aren't up yet. But what I have done, the aphids have turned black because I have been spraying this tree twice a day with a dilute solution of washing up liquid, dish soap, as you call it in the US, with water, and that desiccates the aphids. The aphids suck the sap off the apple, weakening the apple. Then the ants come along and milk the aphids for honeydew, which they love. So if you get rid of the aphids, you get rid of the ants. Thankfully, there's only been a little bit of caterpillar damage on this tree, but the aphids are just sucking it dry. So, whilst I am all for being eco-friendly, I don't want my trees to suffer, so they get this soapy solution sprayed all over them twice a day, and it works. So we're up in the vegetable garden, and I knew that the frost was due, so I was preparing and covering my frost tender plants. So this is a Gallia melon. I planted this out a couple of weeks ago. And what I did to protect it was to use a plastic plant pot on top, upside down, like that. Then this bigger plastic pot on top of that. So it was giving a double layer of plastic. What else have I used? Well, I got caught out with this one the other day when we had frost earlier, and I've used a mixture of straw plus a plastic pot, and this is a butternut. Now, it got caught on the first day when we had a really mild frost, but some of the leaves are still quite perky, so I'm giving it another chance, but quite disappointing. Courgette, a couple of the leaves get frosted day before yesterday, even with the double plastic plant pot, but the younger leaves are coming, so I think this one has survived. Tomatoes at this end of the bed seem to have done okay with the plastic pot. Another tomato protected by the plastic pot seems to be okay. And this one, even though it had a plastic pot, I think because it's nearer where the cold air comes through that gap, not looking a happy bunny. So we'll see if it survives. But I do have spares in the polytunnel because I always like to hedge my bets. So, even though it's lovely and sunny and there's absolutely no evidence of frost now, but literally 2 hours ago this was all white. So what's the lesson that I've learned? Listen to the French farmers when they tell you not to plant anything delicate out until mid-May. Lesson learned.